Good morning. SMF MMT is 12:49 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12/18/2010. I'm going to go into the brain. I'm going to calculate what the price deltas are. A delta is $7.30. That's a half delta on a daily. So a half delta 7.13 movement for Monday. What we're going to take a look at is on the Nasdaq Comp, we've been making multi-highs up here, and we're pretty much up in the price action resistance. What does that really mean? Well, let's take a look at some of the characters in the price action. First of all, let's populate this. Wow, look at those gauges moving. Everything's moving. Look at that. Boy, that's what happens during a live trading day with the SMF Pro trading platform. As we calculate all the diamonds, they mean something in the system. Basically, what we've been doing, SMF MMTs, is that we've been making the multi-year highs, and we have, and that's bullish. However, the problem that we're having is that when we take a look at this bar right here, that's 26.27, and the NASI closes at 26.42, which is a ratio above it by $22. That's bullish in the move that we had up there. So what we're going to be looking at here now is 26.28 is a reading that we'll take a look at below the marketplace. 2644.22 was up above the other daily bar right here, MMTs. Notice that when we took out the highs over here back on 11.9, that's right here where we got to the high, and we gapped up, and we've held that in the last 3-day rally with the triple witch expiring. So what has to happen here, and I'm going to give you the numbers again so that you can clearly see it, is we're going to take a look at this topping formation. We're just going to take where the doji was right there to where they gapped it. Price action is right across this bottom line. If we don't close above half of this bar, which we are, 2635.18 is half of the bar. And half of this bar within the trend cycle is 2627 on the highs. They have to set up, and we have to break above the highs, and those on the lower end will hold support in price action. The 2635, this part of the top of the trend right here. Okay, that's half bar action right there at 26.27. That's going to be the first area of support. That's going to be the second area of support. Finally, the third area of the last 3-day breakout is going to be 26.15 on the lower end of that handle. Don't forget that we close at 26.42. So ultimately, this cycle right here is 26.02. That would be the last, because that's the last 4-day rally. So testing those price action supports. When you slide half the bid, weakness is building in the top. However, at each one of these levels that I gave you, you have to see where the buyers come in, and do they ever come in. The lower you go down to support levels, the better that the put options and the bear funds will be performing. There are lots of things that we do should that be the case. So if I close below 26.35, then I know as long as I don't close above it, I could start buying short to make money if it was to fall further. I do know that if it closed back above there, that would be my stop market, and I would go long the markets as well. So for the MMTs that are here today, the new ones that are actually in the MMT Market Maker Trading Division, Market Maker Trading Platform, everything is done down here in Market Maker Prices. Let's take a look over here. Looks like we have the upper end of these markets that we can go to is all the way up in this area. So if we were to go up and break this high here at 26.42, we can see where we have way down here, we can see 26.42. So 2656, 2663, and 2670 will be major areas of that price action resistance above the floor of the current closing price on Friday. So what we're going to be looking for is a big fat green bar like one of these right here that start above the bar, or test half and then breaks higher on volume MMTs. That will be for the long side. If we slide half of the bid, then like I said, bear funds, short comes into play using various put options and various different instruments for the pullback. So once again, I've given the numbers. Half of this bar is 42, half of this bar is 15, and half of this lower end bar is going to be what it is. And that's right down here around that 2602 handle on the lower end, and 15, 2 by 15 on the lower end, right above that area here. That's if we fell. So price action will come in. If we can hold, the higher that we hold up here at the top, the bigger the breakouts we'll have. So far in the month of December, they've sold equities and they've sold these daily highs, like right here. Part of that is with the triple witch. Now the triple witch is out of the way. We're going to see which way these indexes are made of, long and short MMTs. So basically, we've got to really break out, and a half delta movement on the Nasdaq Comp dailies, 12.98 on this daily chart, each one of the lines. And I'm going to blow it up one last time. I'm just going to take this part of it for you, MMT. This is what counts right here. How we close half below the bar and we go up and we can't close above it. We're selling short, short, short. On the other hand, holding half of that bar and wanting to break higher and higher volume, long, long, long. Individual equity prices in the Nasdaq Comp, Apple, Google, Amazon, Netflix, FFIV, a lot of the leaders, Nasdaq 100, if that's going to be strong, then the Nasdaq Comp is going to hold. And we're going to have even higher breakouts. We're going to take a look at that on Monday. But that's the key to the trade management on the Nasdaq 100 and Nasdaq Comp.